Greetings, families. Welcome back once again. I hope you are well. I hope your day is good. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. This video is about Captain Ibrahim Traore, the diplomatic relations that they are having or he's having, how he's turning things around and everything that is going on. Families, please listen, and I'll be back.
Let's get back to this topic, or rather, let's continue. As you may have seen since yesterday, September 1st, Burkina Faso has begun commemorating the third anniversary of the rise of the MPSR-2. MPSR-2, 3 years later, what can we take away from its record? The RTB editorial team brings you a retrospective of the actions of the MPSR-2 in this edition of the news. Today, we offer you a retrospective from the perspective of diplomacy. Diplomacy under the MPSR-2, from the establishment of the Alliance of Sahel States to Faso's new cooperative relations with other nations. A report by Ahadi Sandamba.
Burkina Faso has been more in the spotlight than ever across the African continent and even beyond since the rise of the MPSR-2. In response to Western media distortions about the national situation, the land of upright people takes up its pilgrim staff to restore the truth wherever necessary. Thus begins a communication offensive with partners to present the country's real situation, going beyond stereotypes and, above all, to further mobilize them to address national issues and challenges while respecting its sovereignty. The fight against terrorism, the current top priority, holds a prominent place in Burkinabe diplomacy. In this regard, everything is being shaped at the highest level of the state, with the president of Faso making 2 visits to the Russian Federation to meet with his Russian counterpart. The focus is on bilateral cooperation between the two countries, notably the reopening of the embassy of the Russian Federation after its closure in 1992. Several other areas of cooperation are being explored between the Russian Federation and Burkina Faso. In any case, the Ouagadougou-Moscow axis has been re-established more than ever, especially in the fight against terrorism. This is followed by other trips to Mali, Niger, and Ghana. With the first 2 countries, the aim is to lay the foundations for a confederation to address current challenges. With the signing of the ETACO Charter, the Alliance of Sahel States is born. Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are now looking in the same direction. The 3 AES countries are withdrawing from ECOWAS, a decision that will spark a lot of debate and discussion. On February 7, 2024, Burkina Faso's Minister of Foreign Affairs gathered the diplomatic corps in Ouagadougou to inform its partners of the decision and to express the country's continued willingness to cooperate with all stakeholders. In July 2024, the first summit of the heads of state of the Alliance of Sahel States is held in Niamey, Niger, with the signing of the founding document of the Confederation of Sahel States, creating a more integrated, relevant, and functional space. Thus, the vision of the 3 heads of state is taking shape, paving the way for a joint march toward federation. Since the signing of the treaty establishing the AES Confederation, Burkinabe diplomacy has been working together with those of Mali and Niger to strengthen the common diplomatic position of the Confederation of the Alliance of Sahel States, notably by coordinating the diplomatic actions of the ambassadors of member countries in their countries of accreditation. By adopting an uninhibited approach to diplomacy, Burkina Faso continues along the path of diversifying its partnerships, as demonstrated by high-level visits with new partners such as the Russian Federation, Venezuela, the Islamic Republic of Iran, North Korea, China, and Nicaragua. Furthermore, the holding of joint cooperation commissions with Turkey, Libya, Venezuela, Tunisia, Egypt, and Germany has made it possible to sign 32 sectoral agreements. In any case, it is with the MPSR-2 that a new chapter is being written in the relations between Burkina Faso and Venezuela. Relations that had been at a standstill since 2003, the year formal cooperation was established. The first joint cooperation commission between the 2 countries took place in February in Caracas, Venezuela, with the agenda including the definition of cooperation guidelines as well as the review of 26 draft agreements. To block any subversive activity, Burkina Faso has announced the expulsion of several individuals from its territory. End of December 2022. In less than 3 months in power, the MPSR-2 declared Barbara Manzi, the resident coordinator of the United Nations system, persona non grata on national territory. This decision also came just a few days after the expulsion of 2 French citizens for acts of espionage. In the same vein, in April 2024, 3 French diplomats, All political advisors at the French embassy were declared persona non grata and ordered to leave Burkinabe territory within 48 hours. The list is not exhaustive. As recently as mid-August, the UN coordinator, Karol Floras-Mershniak, was declared persona non grata after the publication of a report entitled Children and Armed Conflict in Burkina Faso. The Burkinabe government denounced the report as a text drafted unilaterally without consultation with its institutions. The Burkinabe authorities also denounced a confusion between the Burkinabe army and terrorist armed groups, an intolerable lack of discernment in a country fighting for its true sovereignty. Today, more than ever, Burkina Faso wants to make its voice heard and earn respect among the community of nations. In this context, therefore, the Burkinabe government is clarifying its expectations regarding the United Nations system during a meeting held in Ouagadougou. A delegation led by the United Nations Special Coordinator for Development in the Sahel has come to meet with members of the government to discuss the country's expectations and priorities, with the aim of adjusting responses according to current needs. Burkina Faso's participation in the Transmontane Forum at the end of June 2024 in Brussels, Belgium, was also an opportunity for Burkinabe diplomacy to make its voice heard and, above all, to help others understand the difficulties facing the Sahel. Burkina Faso is also making its voice heard at the 50th session of the Council of Foreign Ministers of the OIC, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, in Yaoundé, Cameroon. And from August 13th to 17th, a delegation from the OIC, led by the Assistant Secretary General for Humanitarian, Social and Cultural Affairs at the OIC General Secretariat, visited Burkina Faso for a working visit.
Please, thank you so much for listening. You heard the news, you heard everything. I will leave you here. Russia is playing a major part in the development of the AES. And I think we all know that by now. The rest, they are supporting, and we all know they all have agenda. But with Russia, I haven't seen any agenda, if there is anything. What they want, or how I feel, is win-win situation for both countries. But we wait and see. He has turned things around, and that's why some of them are coming back to say, oh yes, we understand you now. We want win-win partnership, but we know many of them are liars anyway. And I hope and pray that they will keep pushing. They will keep pushing. I pray for long life for them and good health for them as well. So they will keep pushing and shining light on Africa and prove those leaders who think it cannot be done, prove them wrong. That's all. I'll leave you here. Thank you so much, families, for your time, your support, everything you are doing on this channel. I appreciate you all. My VIPs, my kings and queens, thank you. Thank you so much. My returning families, my new ones, those who are passing by, thank you for clicking on this video. By the way, my name is Mamre, and yes, they don't speak English. I have to work on the video, translate it before I share it with you. If you like something like this, please stay here with us. Thank you. God bless you all. I'll be back with another news from Mali. Credit to RTB News Faso 7 for sharing this with us. Bye bye, family. See you soon.